I'm here with Jasmine Fidow, and it's a real pleasure to have you here again this year at New Wine. Jasmine, how are you finding it?
It's really fun. I'm enjoying it, thank you.
And enjoying the heat?
Yes, just not the mosquitoes.
And I suppose it would be nice to have air conditioning.
Yes, I love air conditioning. It doesn't make my hair grow frizzy.
Fair enough. Well, I wondered if we could have a wee chat about listening to God. Why is it so hard that to listen to God sometimes?
Because there's so many people and things talking to us at the same time. We've got the internet, we've got our parents, we've got our past, we've got our own flesh talking to us. So I guess like anything, the more you get to know someone, the more you can identify their voice. So then you have to learn to filter out all the other voices. So unless you're attuned to it or prepared to listen for his voice, you won't hear it.
And what happens when you are stretching that muscle, so to speak, and you're starting to think, yeah, maybe God's leading me in a particular direction, but perhaps it's not an audible voice? I assume for a lot of people it's not. And you take that step thinking you've heard from God and it just isn't. How do you know the difference?
Whether that's God or if it's not God. Well, many people ask me, how do I know, is that him or is that me? And I asked the Lord that question one time and he said, what's the difference? I'm like, okay, not helpful. And he just said, well, if I'm in you and you're in me, then I sound like you and you'll begin to sound like me. So I know that doesn't answer the question, but what I would ask is, why would he not want us to be successful? Why would he not want us to live or prosper? So are we listening to him correctly? Did he say that we did that? Or does he just want us to do it? So instead of following his voice, maybe we follow his nature.
That's pretty profound.
I thought so. It was deep. It's right down there.
Very deep. So when he does call us and he does speak to us, but it's just really not convenient, how do we know when we get to that point of trust? How do we trust in him? I mean, of course we can trust him, but you know, I think of trust like falling into someone's arms and knowing they're going to catch us, not let us fall to the ground. How do we get to that point of being able to do that?
In my life, I always like to say that faith and fear, they hold hands, they're twins, and they hold hands and they play a lot together. And it's about us choosing which we're going to listen to today. Am I going to lean into my fear or am I going to lean into my faith? And God knows us. He knows us really well. So I guess the more we learn about his character and how crazy he is about us, that enables us to step out and just risk, because love is about taking a risk.
So is it a bit like when you're married and you get to know your partner so well that you can almost predict what they're about to say or do, or know what they want and don't want?
Yeah, exactly. And eventually you'll stop asking God for direction because you know what direction he would like you to go. How about that?
Amen, sister. That's been awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today, Jasmine.
Awesome.